Good morning, guten Morgen, bonjour, goedemorgen from a snowy northern Virginia. Snowy and sunny. As you might hear from the sound of my voice, I can now get a little bit of a cold, which hasn't happened for a long time. And I conquered it pretty fast, so that's good. Thank you for joining me on another walk in the woods. Going very slow now because it's very slippery. I should probably have put on some crampons. I try to do a little bit of planning for these videos, but I also want it to be sort of spontaneous. I wanted to talk about change, how we process changes that were beyond our power to, how do you say, some things change without you having any power over it, and some changes you actually initiate yourself. But since this week, for many people near LA and California, a lot has drastically changed. This is too raw to say, to discuss right now. So instead of that, let me introduce myself a little bit more while I navigate this snowy landscape. Gosh, it's so beautiful. So, in, I think it was, 1999, I worked for an internet provider, a local internet provider. So, that allowed me to be online all the time. And one day I was just browsing and finding all sorts of websites, including one called Singles Online. Must have been one of the first ones. And I just started scrolling and bumped into a person and started talking to a person. Oh, let's see, where do we go? Left or right? Pine Barrens Trail. Okay, I'll go left. And after many emails, a couple of hundred, I flew to America for the first time. I wasn't looking for a partner or a date, and not in America either. But there I was. A year later, January 2000, I moved to the US. And in that March, I got married. And 3 years later, I welcomed my beautiful daughter in my life, our life. Unfortunately, that relationship ended after a decade. No regrets, just gratitude and a wonderful daughter. I forgot. I was born in the Netherlands 60 years ago. And je m'appelle Monique. Yes, it's a French name. But apparently in 65, it was a very common name for girls. Je parle français aussi. I do speak a little French. Oh, look at that. How convenient. Love it. break. Anyway, so that's why you probably detected an accent. Yeah, so 20 years. Wait, 25 years in the US. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got here when I was 35. Whew. I sometimes wonder how Americanized I am. I did notice the other day that there's, like, the Dutch language has changed, or, you know, words that are being used that I didn't use when I lived there. Also, they use a lot of English. In almost every sentence, they use like chill and nice, and instead of wandelen, they are also going on a hike and hiking. I do have a blog, and I wrote a blog post about, you know, the difference between living in the Netherlands and the US. And you know what? Every country has its pros and cons. I love these little holes in the snow of the water dripping as it's melting. That's cool. It's a nice pattern. I studied photography and graphic design at the Willem de Koning Art Academy in Rotterdam, where I was born. I first worked mostly as a freelance graphic designer for a couple of years, and then I moved to the US and have predominantly worked in marketing. Look at these two stumps. Aren't they pretty? And right now I'm actually in communications. So it's internal communications about anything technology wise. So I do like that. Anyway, let's see what's here to see. to get off the trail. Okay, very carefully, because I have no idea what I'm stepping on the snow. Peaceful. You hear the woodpecker in the background, and I think what's a chickadee? Lovely. I love the sharp contrast between the white of the snow and the shadows. Okay, back on the trail. Although, do I? Okay, let's go further off trail. Someone was very worried about that. I was happy to see there were a few viewers. Yeah, that's just maybe, you know, a way for some people who can't go out for a walk or would like to see how things are in a different place. Maybe you can comment, like, love to know which country you're viewing this from. Oh goodness, it's so nice. So grateful. So that was a big change in my life. One that I decided and initiated. I sold a lot of my belongings, and then I had a crate shipped to the US. And made the move. Funny thing is that I was actually looking for a job in Thailand. And then you end up in the US. I had visited Thailand in 1991. And I loved it. I didn't have like a steady job yet, so I was like, Maybe I can find something there. Which, as you know now, did not happen. I think I'm going for the lower path. So in total I visited Thailand 4 times. And the last time I took my daughter. It was so nice to, you know, bring her to the places where I first went with my backpack in 1991. Actually, on the island of Koh Phangan, I found a little resort that still had like the old huts. Also for the old price. I think I paid $8 or $10 a night. We didn't stay there for long because, well, it was managed by a European person, not a Thai person, and this person was rather grumpy. And it's very easy, you know, you just walk along the beach and find yourself another resort. I actually, I will put a link in the description below, as you see. I just published a book about Thailand on Amazon. So this is sort of a travel journal, photography, cultural mixture, and of the last trip with my daughter. So that was one of my resolutions for 2024. I no longer wanted to be scared and published a book. So yeah, I'm working on another book. I'll keep you posted on that. Back to the car now. It was a lovely walk, and here I am. There's people